Did someone say 35 under par? Well, we're going to top that tonight with someone who's been at the PGA show for 36 years. Take that, Hideki. And Tiger's kind of having a big week. Let's get into it tonight on the Tavern. Well, after a 2-week hiatus for the holidays, welcome back to the Tavern, everybody. How we doing this evening?
Good morning.
So, try to break 100, Dave. We know you can break 100.
On the front nine.
Do we? Where are we playing? Congo River?
Swing Aid. Desert Fox.
How's everybody's week? It's been, what, 2 weeks since we've been on? Been a 2-week hiatus here?
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
What's going on? How's everybody's holiday? Christmas, New Year's?
Mine was good.
I tell you what, it's yeah. We had a little break at the winery where we didn't really have any big events this holiday season, which was nice. A little bit of catering on the side, so it gave me a chance to be in the production room, get a couple things done in there. So, but looking forward to starting to gear up and tear down my golf bag and be ready for coming down to Florida here in a couple weeks.
Dave sent us a picture. I'm just going to share this out there. Not the picture itself, but just everything you had in your golf bag was like the perfect probably meme because everyone's golf bag looks like that. Where you just over a season
that didn't show up. There's something that didn't show up in that picture that I just found today.
Are you sure
Remember how back at yes, I do. Back at your parents' house that I lost my putter cover when we were there for the Masters?
Was it in the bottom of your bag?
It was in the bottom of the bag. Stuck under one of the rods in the bottom of the bag. Found it today.
This is the typical. So if you are a golfer out there and you clean out your golf bag, the picture Dave sent us is what all of our golf bags look like after a season. And it's perfect for kind of the Golfing Dads mantra of just being a dad and having to put everything in there and carrying everything around. I want to say you had 2 Desert Fox foam caddies in your bag.
No, one of them was just here on the desk.
Oh, okay. I was impressed that you had 2 of those in the bag. So
yeah, no. Some of that stuff was just here on the desk.
Okay.
Like the laptop and the magazine, but a good amount of that did come out of the golf bag.
Damn, Steve, how was your holiday?
It was good. We had a little trip. We went to my in-laws in Mississippi, hung out there, and yeah, it was a good week. Got back to the grind at work. I did get to play a little golf. Greg, you got a little snow this week, so you're on the shelf for
a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
We got simulators that I can play. But
yeah, no, we I did since our last show. I did this past weekend get to spend some time. Fan of the show and a good friend of ours, the Orlando golfer, got married this past weekend. So congratulations to him and his lovely bride. And I was at that wedding. So congrats to Hayden. And it was a good time. We had a great time at the wedding. And but yeah, no, it was a good time off. I did get the Greg's going to make fun of me, but I did get a Craftsman fan for my golf cart for Christmas, and I'm pretty excited about that. No, it shouldn't be pink.
You got a fan for your golf cart. It's just
That's right. And you know what? We're going to talk with our guest tonight. I bet he actually probably makes a fan for a golf cart. We're going to have to ask that question when we get there.
Hey,
because I guarantee
on the bright side, Steve now has one fan.
Nice. That was good. Well,
wow.
Another thing happened this weekend that I'm going to give a shout out to is something wrapped up that we have done. I was a champion last year, but right now we have a new champion in our fantasy football league. Got to give a shout out to not Steve on our show, but a different Steve.
No, different Steve.
And the Haines City Nighthawks are our Golfing Dads League fantasy football champions. So congratulations to Steve for winning our season-long fantasy football championship.
Okay, that's enough of that.
I had to give him the same treatment I gave when I won the championship last year. I had to give a fair treatment to our new champion, Steve, this year. The three of us came in almost dead last this year. So
yeah, yep.
We weren't dead last.
I even beat.
Yeah, you beat me because I just gave up adjusting my lineup.
Yep.
Well,
although I put 300 points up in 2 weeks, so
every player was on a bench or a bye the last week. It made it tough, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
But,
golly, we got another protest coming in.
Why is every second place?
What's going on?
In our fantasy league, always protest every year. There was no collusion this year. I'll admit
there was not.
There may have been collusion last year, but there was no collusion.
Right.
So, all right. With that, let's get into first round.
First round. $10 million.
Why?
Are you offering that?
I'm going to say this. They gave it to the right guy.
Here's the thing. Has anyone else won this since they've done it?
Yes.
Who? I thought he has won
Last
every
year,
single year.
Tiger came in second 1 year. I think Rory won it 1 year. Tiger came in second 1 year. Here's my thing on it, though. When you look at what happened this year with Tiger getting put on the board, with Tiger getting literally every time you turned around, Tiger flying in a jet to a meeting with the PIF team.
That's when he won the first year was his flight to Augusta. Like apparently Tiger on an airplane wins you the PIF. So
I mean,
for the
you have a roommate that you had a former roommate that had that name. You shouldn't forget that one.
Yeah, well we gave
He's going to
him
be a
that
dad, but that's a different story.
That's still scary.
Here's the thing: the Tiger winning. What good for the game does Tiger winning this do?
I don't think it doesn't matter. This was done to compete with the money handouts that Liv was giving everybody else. That's all it was done for.
If you're going to compete with money handouts, why are you giving it to Tiger?
Because
that's like giving him money to Scotty this year. Like he has enough of it.
Well, he came in second, so he got $8 million in it. I just think again, at the end of the day, Tiger is still the needle. We all know that. Tiger showing up for a meeting. Tiger, again, the TGL, all the talk around TGL and Tomorrow Sports that we're all going to end this podcast tonight and go and watch. Everything that Tiger touches. I mean, Grant Horvath posted a picture yesterday of a video with him and Tiger, and it's about to break TikTok right now because every other time I scroll on TikTok, it shows up.
And to be this, Chris, you're not wrong here. We're talking about it.
No.
I mean,
well, and Heidi Schubert, I will give her a quick shout out because he draws people, and after everything he's been through, people want to see him do well.
And to be honest, this is where Tiger's making his money. He's not playing, he's making it, and he's making the impact on there. So maybe it is good to give it to Tiger because he's making more of the social impact, which is what this is about. It's about that social media impact that's out there. And the Golfing Dads can't win because we're not players on the tour. So that's Otherwise, we would have won it. Tiger even said that in his acceptance speech. So.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I tell
Happy
you,
New Year,
if we're just going to go with the person that wins social media is going to be Max Homa, and just give him the $10 million and let's see what happens.
For best comments of the year, he makes better comments on social media than he does in any kind of appearance.
Yep, 100%.
Oh yeah, he's
100%.
the GOAT. And I will say this, hot take, just because we put it out there. Scotty Scheffler is closer to Tiger than LeBron is to MJ. Just saying it. On record.
Oh, I'll
Oh,
agree with that. All day and twice on
110%.
Sunday.
Boom. Hot take.
110%. You're not getting any
Yeah.
arguments from the other two people on this panel here.
I know that. I know that, but that's where we're at.
But yeah, no, you know what? I don't mind them giving it to Tiger. And again, I think at some point, is Tiger really running the PGA Tour at this point? There are questions that could be had about that. I mean,
I'm almost wondering,
it is what it is. He has his own tournament. He plays the Genesis. He plays the 4 majors. He came in second in a playoff at the 5th major. I mean, the parent-child here in Orlando. I just think that when you look at what he has accomplished over the entire time in sport, anytime Tiger posts something on social media, it's liked the most, it's retweeted, it's reposted, it's this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, Tiger is going to win this regardless because he's Tiger freaking Woods.
But here's my statement that I think the NBA has changed how you can win the MVP award in the NBA, that you have to play a certain amount of games. I almost think that for this to be fair to everybody else, that you need to play a certain amount of PGA events to qualify for this. Because it is, to be honest, Tiger's not playing that much anymore. Tiger doesn't need this money. If you want to make an impact on the players that are playing more, that are in this, I don't think Tiger would be too upset with that either.
You want my take on it?
Yeah.
This is the same group of people that voted to let Tiger have an exemption into any elevated event he wants to, because they know the draw that Tiger is. There's your answer to this whole thing. If Tiger wants to play an elevated event, there's a spot for him going forward. And so
I'm okay with that. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
you're not doing that for anybody else. You're not doing that for Scotty.
You don't need to do it for Scotty now.
If this money is designed to, incentivize players and everything else, and as something that competes with Live and their payouts, Tiger's not the one that needs the money.
My point is,
Here's the thing. Live paid the people that draw.
They did, but how's that working out for him? Like, Bubba needs an exemption to get back on tour, on the Live Tour this year, because it's a marketing thing. Mickelson's just mediocre on that tour, so it is what it is.
But yet it's the best tour in golf. Just ask their fans.
Hey, I put in for my pre-sale for the Indianapolis in August, so I said I want to go down the street, because it's not far from my house. So, all right, with that, let's get into happy hour. So as we have been doing for the past, 2 months now into our 3rd month, we are 2 weeks away from the greatest show on earth, the PGA show, down in Orlando. We're getting ready to be down there for that. We have been previewing new exhibitors who have been there, maybe their 2nd or 3rd year. But tonight on the show, we have a veteran of the PGA show.
I feel like this veteran helped build the convention center. He's been there so long.
He's the veteran of veterans.
Right?
Like this is kind of, to be honest, we came up with this concept of last year. We had a lot of just new people on here. This year we wanted to have a mix of new and people who've been at the show for a while, to kind of give different perspectives. And it kind of all started with talking to our guest tonight. So
yes.
Without further ado, let's welcome in Bill Ridge, CEO and owner of Club Pro Manufacturing.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
what's going on?
Doing great.
Bill, you and I have known each other for quite some time, thanks to this little thing called Facebook. I know a lot about Club Pro because I've seen you, I don't know how many years in a row now at the PGA show. We've stopped and chatted. Last year we had you on. We did a quick video with you last year. But a lot of people don't know about your products, but everyone uses your products. So can you tell me, what is Club Pro?
Club Pro, we're the accessories for all the major golf cart manufacturers. It started out with the buggy cover, a cart enclosure, in 1989 when they were first starting to put roofs on golf carts because, people having skin cancer and other issues, and people went now the sun. And that's when they about started putting the roofs on the golf cart. Country clubs, of course, have had them for years, but public courses started to have them in the late 80s and early 90s. And that's kind of why the buggy cover, and because you had to have a top to put it on, and the cart covers started taking off. So we started off in the cart cover business. We're probably best known for the cabana on the back of the cart. When it starts to rain, you pull it down and cover your clubs up. But we also make the sand buckets, the sand bottles, all the cooler, the plastic cooler, which one of my favorites, the soft cooler that goes on the front of the golf cart. I think that's one of your favorites.
Our favorite too. That one's one of our favorites too.
we make the club washer. We make the club ball. We got a new club ball washer we're introducing this year. Over the years, but our main focus is the golf carts. We've done a lot of things over the year. I invented the game called Tic Tac Putt, which I'm reintroducing this next year. I had a putting cup floor event. I was the person that invented the buggy heater, the heater that goes in the cup holder. We were the people that invented that in the early 90s. I used to travel the senior tour, and the senior tour players all fell in love with the buggy cover, and they banned them from riding on the golf carts because of the buggy cover and the heater was advantage when they were playing.
So, you make every product that's basically
we do the
goes
bag
into a golf
straps. If it goes on an accessory for a golf cart, we try and do it.
That's fantastic. I will say I love the rain covers that you all make for the back of the cart. That's the thing that it saves my club. So that's one of my favorites that you have.
Sprays you around the golf, keeps you playing. Normally you come in, but if you can put that on the back, that's why they invented the buggy cover, so you could play in colder weather. And when it starts to rain, pull the cover down and keep on playing instead of stopping. That was our goal. My family owned 11 golf courses over the years, and we owned like 7 of them at the time. In '89, when I invented the buggy cover, I was a young PGA golf professional and owner of a golf course in Chadsworth, Georgia, which is next door to Dalton, Georgia, where the carpet capital is. And I was trying to increase our play in the wintertime, so I invented the buggy cover.
That's a huge game changer in the everyday golf game for that cart. I can use it now in this weather.
Yeah. So Bill, you've had some products that have appeared. Yeah, you've had some products that have appeared in some pretty impressive settings. We've seen your stuff on the Capital One, the Match Series. For you, and even when you go out to play around a golf, does it get old seeing your products on a stage like that?
No, that's what we enjoy. That's what we live for. Of course, that's what we want to see.
Bill, I got to ask this.
I hate it when I go to a golf course and don't see one of our main products. Kind of upsetting.
Bill, I do need to ask really quickly. Do you guys have a fan that you can put in your golf carts?
You guys made I worked on one for years in the early 90s, and I never did produce one. I hate I didn't. I started to 2 or 3 times, but I got into some other stuff that, we're the first company to do young kids golf club for my first clubs in the early 90s. You may not even have known that. We're the reason U.S.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah, we started
awesome.
my first clubs in 1990 and they were everywhere. And our game Tic Tac Putt was in every major department store. So, and that is something I'm reintroducing with all the college logos and stuff on it. That's going to be interesting this next year.
Oh, so you got the Tic Tac Putt with all the college logos coming out?
Yes.
Do you got my Nittany Lions on there?
I'll have it.
Yes. All right.
Sure will. But that's going to be really fun. That's a great game, by the way. And I let it go for years because we were concentrating on the card cover business, and I'm bringing it back.
Sweet.
Hey, Bill, now a lot of us go to golf courses and getting our golf cart at the golf course and use your products. I actually sent you, funny enough, I sent you a picture this past weekend. I was playing here at Orange Lake, and they have new carts that have your club covers on the back, rain covers. But if somebody has their own golf cart, not buying them in bulk, whether it's through the golf course or through the golf cart manufacturers, can they also get your products too?
Exactly. Clubpro.com. Just go to clubpro.com. If you go to Easy Go, Yamaha Club Car, you go to most of them, they carry our cart covers. You're really buying it through through them, our product through them when you're buying it, to be honest with you. And a lot of most of the dealers carry our product. We make more cart covers than any other company because we've been doing it for 36 years now.
Can you make accessory to help Dave's game? He does. He makes kids clubs, so it'll help Dave's game.
There's not a lot out there that's going to help my game that doesn't have an ABV after the product number.
No, Dave, I know what's going to help your game. It's the product that we loved last year that we saw on the front of a golf cart, the golf cart cooler that straps on the front of a golf cart. Yeah, and like we said, we're hoping you're going to have a Tavern logo one.
I'll
this
have
year
your Tavern logo. I'll make sure I get that first thing in the morning.
That's
Bill. We'll be there
fantastic.
Wednesday to come see you. Don't you worry about that, bright and early.
We did a video with you
Looking
last year
forward to
about
that.
that, and we want to do another video with you this year because you have such great products and you're always innovating every year. And I think that product last year was just fantastic. You can clip that on there, and it's a cooler. So that I think will help Dave's game.
Yeah. Because what you can put in the cooler has ABV at the end of it.
You can get a lot of drinks, a lot of snacks in there.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Great holder for my Desert Fox swing aid. But we talk about the cart cooler and everything like that. We mentioned at the top of the show that, you've been doing this for 36 years. You've seen this show evolve from, you said you were in the basement of the Peabody to, now at the convention center. What's it like, going back from that first show 36 years ago to where we are now?
It's growing again. When I first went there, it was amazing. In the early 90s, you had the blimp flying over with the logos with some manufacturer's logo and stuff carrying it on it, and every billboard had it, and you couldn't get in the restaurant. And it quit in the 2000s. It kind of slowed down a little bit when PGA sold it to Reed Expeditions. When Reed bought that, and then the PGA came back on board and joined back with them. But I think Reed still owns the show, but the PGA has partnered back with them. But when the PGA of America got out of owning the show, I mean, it hurt the show quite a bit. And then it came back full circle, not full circle, but it's awfully big again. So, used to have the big parties, easy go parties, and all the hat companies and church. It was just a huge party in the 90s. It was crazy out there. Everybody's riding around in limousines and partying and going from party to party with all the big companies are having. You couldn't go in a place because they're all closed down for private parties. It was pretty neat.
That's the fun part about them. And this show has seen its ups and downs. And you and I were talking a little bit before the show, and it had the downs of the COVID year. And you've been there now 36 years, kind of including that year. What do you anticipate every year, and how important is this show to your business every single year?
I'd like to have all the money back, but I wouldn't, because I probably wouldn't have a company without the show. But I'd like to have all the money we spent. People don't realize how expensive it is for a company to show up, bring people, stay and show. I mean, probably own a couple more golf courses if that was the case, money-wise. I mean, it's millions and millions of dollars through the years, and some companies spend $2 or $3 million a year to do the show. That's why a lot of them quit for a while, and then they're all coming back. They're all coming back, not doing as big as they did in the 90s, but it's coming back.
I will say the money you put into the show, your booth always looks amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's always a great booth there.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we changed it over the years, and for the last 4 years now, we've had that location on the main floor, booth 35, 43. We've had that booth for the last 3 years now, and it's amazing.
And Bill, you're one of the most friendly guys that every time we walk by, you're yelling and saying hi and having a great time at that booth. So everyone that's going, go check Bill out.
We have a party.
It's like Bill, you're like the mayor of the PGA show. I think everybody that walks by there, knows exactly who you are. And you were talking about your booth there. You're right in the middle of all the golf cart, manufacturers. It's a fantastic location there. But for you on the business side of things, how much business do you guys do at the show for you to set up for an successful year?
It's what's made us so through the years. We wouldn't have made it without this show. You had to build relationships. We started out trying to build a relationship with Easy Go Club Car and Yamaha because that's our main customers. I started out in the beginning in '89. We did business with y'all probably wouldn't have heard of them. A company called Allstead's, Golf Day, and Golfsmith because everybody ordered in the late '80s and '90s. Everybody ordered something out of a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And the first show I ever did, a guy walked through as president of Golf Day, ordered 500 covers from me within 1 minute of the show.
Wow.
And that's how I knew I had one sample, didn't know if the product was going to take off or not. So I sold 500 within a minute of walking into that show.
So
that's a good ROI there.
Yeah, I had no idea how I was going to make them. The guy made five. Oh yeah, I can make it. And I priced it. Didn't know how to price it. And some Korean guy came by on the golf bag manufacturer. There's a young kid my age. We were in our 20s at the time. He's a little younger than me, and I talked to him on the phone every day, and he was manufacturing the buggy cover because I didn't know how I was going to make it. They're in Long Island, New York, and we're still there today producing it. Steve has been my partner, and also the president of the company his name is Steve Tyre, and he's been my partner ever since really the second year. He's been doing it with me.
So a quick follow-up to that, we've talked about that. You've been doing this for 36 years. We've seen the evolution of everything. How much is social media and everything that's out there from you mentioned people ordering things out of a catalog to now in the digital age? How has that impacted your product?
It's strong. It helps us out. It's probably 10%, 90% of our business is Easy Go Club Car and Yamaha ordering direct from us. The products like the Cabana through Easy Go, I can't sell to anybody else. You got to buy it through them. But like Yamaha and Club Car, we can sell it separate. It just depends on what we're making. There's a few products that we make with the engineers from the major manufacturer, Easy Go Club Car and Yamaha. We make it with the engineers, so we can't resell it if we partner in with them and do the product together. But if they have ideas that they need something, all three companies will come to us. Say, hey, we need this. We need a new ball washer, or a new club washer, or a new. The companies they just asked for a new club washer, combination ball washer. We made that for them, introduced it at the show this year.
Nice.
So besides that, companies had a major client that needed those, and it's huge orders.
So besides the new club and ball washer, are you debuting anything else this year at the show?
We always have a new covers. The new Cabana will be showing this year. We've redone it. I think it's a lot thinner, a lot smaller looking, but it works just the same. So we got new Cabanas, new covers this year, like always.
Nice.
So we know you're looking forward to doing another video with us this year, but
always.
Besides that, what's the most important thing, or what are you most looking forward to this year at the show? It's
always our relationship with Easy Go Club Car and Yamaha. It's always keeping that relationship going and seeing what their engineers and what their salespeople are getting asked for from the courses themselves and the companies that run the courses. And they come to us and say, hey, they're wanting a new cover a little different, or they wanting a cart cover does this, or a couple of things we're working on that I can't tell you that we're working with the major manufacturer. I can't really relay what we're doing there yet, but we got some new pretty cool stuff coming out.
Hey, Bill, let me ask you, I know this isn't on the list here, but there's a lot of one-off manufacturers that make some pretty crazy golf carts. We've seen some that have that look like old roadsters, or last year they had one that looked like a monster truck as a golf cart. Do you guys what's it take for you guys to get involved with those one-off ones? Is it possible, or?
Yes, we do a few of those. There's got to be a certain volume for us to make it worth our while. We can't just, it's not worth us to do one cover. It's going to be a company that needs some, and we do some for a lot. Icon and we make a lot of covers for them. A lot of the other companies we do make them for. There's a lot of Chinese companies, carts out there now, and a lot of golf. I can't remember how 36 companies last year, maybe, or more, 38. I mean, people making golf used to be 3. Used to be Easy Go Club Car and Yamaha. Used to be it.
Yeah.
It's hurting them. It's hurting their personal sales. It's not hurting the fleets any yet. There really hadn't been anybody compete with the fleets. That's a tough deal to deal with maintenance on the golf carts and getting the financing for the golf courses. But right now, you still got the main 3. You got Easy Go Club Car and Yamaha.
Yep. That makes sense.
So, Bill, I know you mentioned it earlier when we started talking, but if somebody's looking for accessories for their golf cart, where can they find you in Club Pro?
Clubpro.com is the best way to find us. It's just real simple. Clubpro.com, our website, you can buy right off of it.
Nice.
You can call our 800 number or buy right off of it.
Well, Bill, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me, and I can't wait for 2 weeks to see you.
2 weeks to see you. Yeah, excited
I'll
about that. We'll be at a demo day on Tuesday morning. Can't wait for that, and then we'll see you Wednesday morning.
We'll have a drink together.
I love that idea.
Sounds good. Cheers.
Thank you, sir.
Y'all
Thanks, Bill.
got
Thanks
2
for joining us
weeks.
Thank you,
tonight.
Bill.
Look forward to it. Thanks a lot.
Oh, it's always a fun interview. I love that man. I've seen him.
Dave put it perfectly. He's like the mayor. He's in the center of town at the show, and he greets everyone with a smile and has probably sets the energy for the show, to be honest with you, because we talk about how everyone is friendly, everyone's helping everyone out. He epitomizes that in the center of the show right there. So I think that's,
and if you're gonna go through the show and you're gonna be like, hey, something's missing. If Bill wasn't there, the vibe of the show would be like, there's really something missing this year.
Right. Oh, it'd be noticeable. Correct. It'd be very noticeable.
Yeah,
very noticeable.
So,
all right, Steve. If you got that, Steve, go ahead.
No, I have the not that video.
Do you have the other? Do you have your smack as well?
I have smack loaded as well. I just need to hit present and go. This one is a smack of the week that goes out to all of us married men out there.
Yet? Nah, but if I make this birdie putt, I'll come home after 9.
Did you make it?
Nah, I just missed it.
I love those videos.
I don't need to hit it that hard to miss that putt like that.
No, you don't. No,
well,
you
actually,
don't.
Dave, of your game, your putting is probably the best part of your game.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, you probably do need to hit it that hard to miss that one.
Yeah.
But I always love those where the people are like, how long should like a round normally take? My husband says it's like 12 hours. And other guys are like, well, 12 hours means he's rushing home to get to you. And
yes.
So that's
9.5 hours.
Yeah, it's a long, excruciating game, but someone's got to do it. So
yes.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, I think it's time to bring back an old segment from last year because we are back in the weeds of the PGA Tour season.
Let's get into last call first and then do it.
We will, but I'm saying we're going to get into bring back a whole new segment. Well, not new segment, but let's get into the last call. So 35 under?
Do we want to do our odds picks first? We want to do odds with Dave right now and show our virtual odds with Dave that we did?
We will, but we gotta address the elephant in the room. 35 under?
But here's the thing. You've played it. You've played it. I've been out there. That would be like playing the Open in sunny and 75.
To be honest, no, not the Open is a little bit different. This course is very hilly. It has doesn't have a lot to get you in trouble on it. Like if you're placing the ball,
but it's set up for wind and breezes and ocean breezes, and it was sunny and 75.
Yeah, if it's not there, it's not gonna affect it much. So, well, weren't on it for 2 weeks, so we had to do all virtual picks. So for the first time in Golfing Dad's history, let's
Yes.
introduce Virtual Greg, Virtual Steve, and Virtual Dave.
We're getting there. And here we go.
That's what happens when I let Steve run the videos. Well, this is a first. We got Virtual Steve, we got Virtual Greg, and Normal Dave.
Not frozen.
So-
Somewhere I'm here.
We are off when we have to make picks for the new season here.
Yep.
And the century is right around the corner. So we're going to start our picks, the Golfing Dads picks this week with a new season and do it all virtual. So you get 3 virtual us's right here live on our show. Virtual live on our show. Yeah, I realize what I said.
Virtually live. Yes.
We're virtually live on our show. You might have been listening to us before this when now Virtual Us came on, but we got to make our picks this week. So we're going to do the same format as last year. Can't pick the same guy in the same month, and that's at the start of the tournament. So if the tournament starts in January but ends in February you can pick the same person back to back because the next tournament, it's the start date of the tournament.
Yep.
So if they cross over in a month, that's how we do it. Majors don't count. Majors, you can pick whoever you want. So if you picked Scotty one week, you can pick Scotty the next week. And we'll come up with a total. Dave, you are our returning champion from last year, so congratulations.
Yes.
Our first season was kind of a 3-way tie across the board. It kind of went all over the place, but we got the rules together now, and we know what we're doing. So with that, we've already decided the outcome, and we did a duck race off camera. Dave, you have the first pick this week. I have the second pick, and Steve picks third. So without further ado, Dave, you're on the board.
I'm gonna make this nice and simple because we're all virtual here. We're not gonna run down the odds. But I'm taking Colin Morikawa at 10-1 right now.
Not who I thought you were taking.
Wow, no. Threw a curve there.
I mean, I thought you were going to go and take Xander. That's what I thought you were going to take.
Nope, taking Morikawa.
Yeah, you just left that for Greg.
Exactly.
Greg,
yes, I did.
You left Xander for me. So as my second pick, I'm going to go and take Xander. So I think that's a good pick here. He's done solidness in this tournament. Past champion here as well. So
he's coming in at about 4.5 to 1.
And I've played this course before, and this is a fantastic course to play.
Have you ever had to play it with a punctured hand?
No, neither does Scotty. So I want to know what happened.
Yeah, I want to know. And then the other one, Victor's playing it with a broken toe.
Yeah.
Bed frame.
But he's still getting one. Victor's still getting
that post.
Victor 0.
Victor's still getting 22 to 1.
That's high.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go with last year's runner-up here.
JT?
Dude, I have trouble remembering last week.
I looked at JT because I feel like JT's been playing well. He played well at the Hero. Another limited field event. He's back in the field. I think he's been playing some great golf and he's kind of doing as a past champion, but I'm going to go with Saeed.
This is a fun event. It's a fun course. It's up in the mountain.
You got to be afraid. You can't be afraid to make birdies.
No, you got to hit the ball in the right place. It's pretty wide open, but if you hit the ball in the right place, the ball's going to roll forever in some of them. And one of my favorite things in this golf course is the first par 5. After you finish that, you take this like long, winding cart path through the hills there to get to the next hole. That's literally across the way, but there's a valley in the mountain that you can't get through. It's amazing, but fun little course.
Yeah. So Steve, Sahith for you is coming in at 40 to 1.
I think the fact that he's getting worse odds than Victor is terrible.
Yeah.
So, just a couple other that were out there, just, when, everybody gets a chance to see this. JT coming in at 12 to 1, Ludwig at 16, Cantley at 18, Sung J M and Hideki at 22.
What about
Oshke and Adam Scott and Finau, Sam Burns, and Corey Connors all at 30-1.
Okay.
There are the couple guys in that 30 group that I also looked at. Akshay being one of them, and Sam Burns.
Akshay was one that I was. If Dave was actually going to pick, Xander, and I thought about Colin, and then Akshay was actually going to be my third pick. So
no, I'm just. Nice. I'm taking a different strategy this year, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to try and play curveballs this year.
Hey, I tried it last year, and you saw that worked for me.
Yeah, but eventually, eventually I'll get back on the Justin Thomas train. So Brad out there, our GM, don't worry. The commissioner, don't worry about it. I'll get back on the JT train here in a little while.
Well, it's new one each season. It's JT. It was JT last season. It was Ricky the season before. So who's it going to be this season?
Probably Colin.
Okay.
Hey, your pick paid off, so congratulations. Yep. He just got beat out by a guy that shot 35 under.
35. Here's a couple others. Like, you were looking at taking Ashke. He finished tied 32nd, which was worse than Thagala. Victor finished tied 36. So it was, really, Finau and Adam Scott finished tied 15th. So there's some good options there. But coming out of the Century, I took a top 5 there and got 15 points. Greg sneaks in a top 30 and gets 5 points. And Steve made the cut and gets 1 point.
I was looking at that the whole time. I'm like, he's jumping back and forth of that 30 line. And I was like, I want him to get up to at least 25 or something. So I at least got my 5 points.
But
there.
yeah.
By the way, notice, did you hear the comment that I said on there? You can't be afraid to go low.
Yeah.
That foreshadowed a lot, didn't it?
Yeah.
No one saw 35 coming.
No.
But overall, you look at the scores across the board. We love watching a birdie fest. You still had to make the right shots, and I think all in all, a great Open to start the year off.
Yeah, I think it's a fun way to start the year off. I always love this tournament just because you take a lot of the champions from last year, and they've kind of expanded the field a little bit with it. But that finishing hole is one of the best finishing holes, I think, on a PGA event. So it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch. It's a phenomenal course to play. Like, it's one of the few courses that I'm more in awe of everything around me on the golf course, of being on the side of basically a volcano and looking out into the Pacific Ocean. Like, it's the beauty of it. That's not really as much the beauty of the golf course, but the beauty of everything that's there and the beauty of Hawaii that makes this course phenomenal. But the slopes and everything, it's just a fun course.
Yep.
So with that, I think we get into next week.
I get to pick first.
Yes, you.
Dave, you were 3 strokes away from getting to pick back-to-back first picks by picking the winner in the first event. I thought you almost had it, but then Hideki just
I tell you what, but it was still an overall a great pick, great way to start the year. But here we are, we're moving into the Sony Open here. A little bit different field, a couple guys not here playing this week. We're going to start off with last week's winner at Hideki coming in at 9-1. Corey Connors at 14. Tom Kim and Russell Henley at 20. Maverick McNeely, Keegan Bradley at 25. Byung-Hung An and Robert McIntyre at 28. And Siwoo and Sahith and Luke Clanton at 30-1.
starting off the year right already.
Starting off the year right.
Hey,
there we go, Dave.
Hey, I got Byung-Hung An on there. So hey,
you did.
You did.
It's a
or
good
you could have just
now.
said Ben On. That would have also
Ben On.
sufficed.
Yes.
Well, with that, Steve, who's your pick this week?
Has anyone ever won the Hawaii sweep? I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
It's not going to happen. I'm going to give me Maverick McNeely.
Ooh.
Okay. So I liked this player's play last week. I think he's back to form. He fell off a little bit last year, but he also was named Ryder Cup captain.
Damn it.
Give me Keegan Bradley.
Oh!
Dave Fick. There we go. Even better.
Oh!
I was hoping Steve, the Boston guy, I thought he would steal him. And I was happy he didn't. I was hoping you would take Hideki.
After 1 point this past week, I had to go with somebody I thought could actually finish higher on the leaderboard.
So, I just gave the last week's winner a tough decision.
Oh, what do I do now? Well, I guess I'm going to have to go for the Hawaii sweep then.
Oh, yeah, that's not a bad choice.
That's not a bad choice either. Dave taking Hideki.
He's playing well, and I think that would have been probably my second choice.
Oh,
with Hideki
no,
there.
I was afraid I was a lose out on Keegan there. That's who I like this week as well too. But great pick.
I was impressed by his play this week, and I think that he's got the right mindset right now. And it's another week in Hawaii, so with his hopefully his family's there with him and having fun, that he's going to be playing loose. And it's another course there. This course has a little more dog legs and angles to it that make for some interesting shots as well. But another fun week in Hawaii this week. I have not played this course.
Oh,
nice.
But no, I think it's a real overall. It's a really nice field. Going through there. Sepp's there in the field. Chris Kirk. Cam Davis, Mackenzie Hughes, all the way down. There's some great players. Siwoo's there. I'm trying to see who's down here at the bottom that may just be there playing for the fun of it.
Lucas Glover's there.
I didn't see Glover.
No, he's there.
But he's there. But I could have just missed him. But overall, the other Zach Johnson's there. The other fun thing about these tournaments out in Hawaii is, it's still 7-8 o'clock and we're still watching golf.
Yeah,
prime time golf.
I
love that
prime time golf. So
yes.
Speaking of prime time golf,
yes,
we have something following our show tonight.
Yes.
Right. In 12 minutes and 12 seconds.
So I think with that, we're going to be a wrap for tonight because we all want to go watch this new, exciting TGL league. So
and see if somebody misses the 60-foot screen.
That's true.
Shane Lowry's already said said he's nervous about it.
Yeah.
I loved watching them replace the turf, like this giant square that they dropped in on a crane to replace the turf they hit off of. Like, because it's real grass, so it's going to be interesting. It's fun. Check out our halfway house on Friday. We're going to talk about what we think of tonight's match on that and where we think this league is going to go. And then check us out next week. We will continue our PGA show preview with Rob from French Lick. So check that out. That's going to lead us in.
Merchandiser of the Year.
So we're going to end our preview with that because the following week after that, we will be live on Wednesday and Thursday.
1:30 to 2:30.
From the PGA show floor.
Yes.
So,
and we've got we've already got a couple things booked that are going to be some major announcements both days. So you will not want to miss either of those 2 days.
Exactly. It's going to be a fun week out there. So with that, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I'm really fortunate, man. I mean, having the opportunity to build something
that has gone viral on our TikTok. That somebody was commenting about playing Whistling Straits 700